or physical abuse is involved. That is a highly unethical action for a human being that is considered civilized. If we are so civilized, why can't we treat animals as an equal or as a companion, a friend? Why do we need to treat them like property? I'm just an ordinary student who just happens to love animals. A few months ago, I organized a group of girls to take, sorry, I'm kind of nervous, to take a volunteer trip down to the Mendocino Humane Society. We walked the dogs and played with them as well as the cats, and we learned the story of a few of the canines. They are currently at the shelter because either they have been abandoned or abused or given up by the owner. Some may argue that animals are pampered and often led a comfortable life. That may be true for the lucky ones, but that contradicts the facts that are overwhelming numbers in kennels and shelters. I have here the statistics of 2007. The number of cats that entered the shelter is 1,420. A total of 246 were adopted and 733 were put to sleep. The number of dogs that entered the shelter is 1,333. A total of 418 were adopted and 244 were put to sleep. We are happy to those who got adopted, but we are sad to the unfortunate ones who were euthanized. There are many animals that are in need of a home and a shelter, but these animal shelters cannot offer due to overcrowding. And I know some council members have companion animals, and I know that you love and care for your animal friends, but there are a handful of people who take these furry companions for granted.
Hey, you're getting close to being out of your 3 minutes, so
Yeah.
try to sum up now.
Changing the law to change the terminology is just on a step to change the human consciousness that these animals are my friends and they depend on me, and I accept the responsibility to not treat them like a piece of property. And I may not know much about legal stuff like requirements or anything, but I do know that I'd rather be a guardian than an owner. Thank you.
Thank you. Next comment. If you are going to comment, please be prepared to come forward. Don't be shy.
My name's Ron Epstein. I live in Talmadge, not in Ukiah. Of course, Ukiah is the center of my community, so I feel like I have a stake in what's here. By way of full disclosure, I'd like to say that I am not an animal rights person, and I am not an animal welfare person, and that I believe in responsibility towards animals and kindness towards animals, and I believe even more in responsibility and kindness towards human beings. And it makes me very sad, actually, that there's been so much polarization and deep emotion on both sides that has led to some instances of lack of respect towards council members and people on the other side of the argument in both directions. And to me, this is a worthwhile ordinance that is rather innocuous, and it's unfortunate that the community has not had an opportunity to deal with this in a more positive manner. I'm sorry that I have not had an opportunity to sit down with people who disagree with me, who are fellow members of the community, whose views that I respect and have an open discussion with good listening and mutual respect about these matters. So I would just like to say that perhaps when other issues like this come before the council, that perhaps the council, which I think does a very good job of working together with mutual respect and kindness to help the community maybe work on this. And there are various ways you could do this. About the ordinance, it's a very simple matter. Language does make a difference. There's no big plot here. Nobody's trying to do away with pets. A lot of the people who are supporting this ordinance have pets and love their pets. And we should not be taken in by slippery slope arguments. Just because people are for this, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has radical animal rights objectives any more than, if you're for Social Security, that doesn't mean you're a communist. And so let's not make this into more than it is. It's a very simple change in language that will affect human behavior, and ever since St. Thomas Aquinas, people have known that if you don't treat animals with kindness and respect, it's a problem for the animals, yes, but it's more a problem for that person because it stains and dirties your own soul. So,
You're just about out of time, Ron.
okay, well, maybe that's a good place to stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, council members. This is going to be short. Although the wording will not change the
Could
status.
we have your name, please?
Oh, I'm Charlene Light. I do live in Ukiah. Although the wording will not change the status of the animal or legally change its relation to its caregiver, I do believe that words have power and it can influence how a person thinks about the nature of the pet-owner relationship. Different words can offer different forms of respect, and the word guardian conveys a meaning of caregiver rather than possession of. I think it would be a positive step in increasing the quality of care of many pets. This is not to diminish the wonderful care that most pet guardians already give to their animals. One of my friends said that she is really her cat's slave, but willingly so. So I just really think that words have power, and that I don't see this as going it's just for cats and dogs right now, and it seems a very simple thing, and the definition of guardian is owner, and so legally I see no problem.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Han Yen. I live in Talmadge, and I spoke last time already, so I just want to say that I appreciate the time the council has spent on this, and I have also learned a lot from the dialogue that's ensued because of this issue. And the reason that I'm involved at all is because I think that the proposal is in line with our lives and the education that we do at the City of 10,000 Buddhas. And however, I think it's up to the council to decide whether it causes more inconveniences or difficulties for people than not. I think just having this issue discussed has already been a good educational thing for the community. And I have, also heard a lot of things read the letters from different veterinarians that in communities where they have passed this ordinance and it has not been negative as imagined by people who might think their businesses will get detracted from or so forth. But I would just like to hand in some letters that came from our parents, students and teachers, about 150 signatures in support of the ordinance. That's it.
Doug Crane.
I have a question.
Yes.
Members of your order are vegetarians?
Actually, it's recommended, but not all Buddhists are vegetarians. Yes.
But primarily.
Primarily in our tradition, yes.